Hi everyone and welcome to another edition of City Spotlight. I'm your host Pablo Pereira. Well, summer has finally arrived here in Calabasas. How do we know that? Well, it's not even noon and the temperature outside right now nearly 90 degrees. Of course, when it gets this hot, most Calabasas residents like to travel over the Santa Monica Mountains to cool off, where it can sometimes be 20-25 degrees cooler. Well, here's an interesting thought. The city of Calabasas has actually been running this beach bus here since the early 90s and more like it. And for a nominal fee, you can pop the kids on the bus, get them to Zuma Beach and bring them back home safely. And the kids, of course, get a great time out at the beach, and you save on gas and traffic and all of those things as well. So we've got our beach clothes on and we're ready to take a ride to Zuma. Let's go. All right, we're on the bus with Ryan Thompson. He is the Assistant City Transportation Planner for Calabasas. And Ryan, can I first tell you, we're going to the beach. You've got a tie on. Maybe this is not the proper attire for the beach today?
I've always got to try to look good.
Okay. Fair enough. Tell me a little bit about the City Beach Bus and why this is such a successful program, do you think?
All right. It's a bus that's pretty much to allow people to drive to the beach if they don't have access to their own cars. We tailor our services more towards teenagers because they can't drive, but anybody who needs to go can use it. It provides access to people who can't go in any other way, and it really takes a lot of traffic off the roads.
Rising gas prices. This year more than we've probably seen in years past. We've seen $4.50 a gallon sooner in the year, and likely over the summer we will continue to see these prices stay high. How good a deal is this, do you think?
This is a phenomenal deal. For $1, you can get down to Zuma Beach. $1, you can come back. $2 round trip. They're anticipating gas prices to be $5 before the end of the year. You're going to use at least a gallon of gas to get there and back.
And how do the kids like it, and how popular are these buses now?
These buses are very popular. Last year we were having quite a few incidences where we would have to send 2 or 3 buses because they were full. The kids love to be able to make it to the beach and not have to rely on their parents being able to drive them.
And for the kids and the parents' state of mind, if you will, they're sending their kids off on a bus. How important do you folks take the whole issue of security and accountability and things like that?
Safety and security is always important. We do try to make sure that people know that it is public transit. They have to be responsible for themselves. We don't allow people to smoke or drink on the bus. We do periodically have sheriff's deputies or staff riding along just to keep an eye on things. And the drivers are all professional drivers, so they work with the people who are on the bus to make sure that everyone's having a good time.
And what's fun about this program, do you think, for you personally?
For me personally, it's just allowing people to get to the beach in a very easy, non-complicated fashion. They don't have to worry about parking, they don't have to worry about getting there, they just have to show up, pay $1, and go.
And what's the benefits other than for the parents not having to shuttle back and forth? How does this benefit the city, traffic, transportation, pollution, whatever you want to say?
Well, it helps the city. On one of these buses you can seat approximately 70 people. If we're taking 70 cars off the road for a trip to the beach, back, and possibly doing that twice. So we're removing 140 to 280 vehicle trips out of the canyon every time the bus goes.
And this bus runs specifically when over the summer?
It runs, we start June 18th, and we run Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday every week until August 18th.
And why the no Wednesday day?
There's not as many people who go on Wednesdays for some reason, middle of the week. Maybe everyone's just sick of the beach on Wednesday. But we noticed a sharp increase back on Thursdays again.
And you're also trying to work in concert with both the County of Los Angeles and the City of Agoura. Why?
Exactly. Well, we're not competing with them. These are services for the public, so we're always trying to work to be complementary to each other. We provide advice advice. I work with Scott in Agora Hills. I work with Sandra at LA County, and we're providing advice to each other and trying to tweak our schedules so we can try to cover the most number of people possible.
We're going to get back with you in just a second, but first we're going to talk to Robert Yalta with the city and find out a little bit more about the history of this program. All right, we're here with Robert Yalta, Public Works Director for the city of Calabasas. Robert, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for being here.
I have been a big fan of the beach bus program for a long time. I just think it's a great idea. Tell me a little history about the beach bus program and how it started here in the city.
Well, let's go a little back. Prior to city becoming city, LA County had this beach bus program to reduce traffic on Topanga Canyon back in 1974. So after that program, City of Agora Hills initiated the same program to use Canaan to reduce the traffic. And in 1993-94, when I came to city, we duplicate the same idea to reduce the traffic on Los Virgenes. That's the quick background of the beach bus program.
And how successful has it been since the early mid-90s for the city and for the residents, do you think?
Very good. First thing that I have done for city, we start communicating both with county and City of Agora Hills. So we don't duplicate each other's program when we realize we can complement each other's. Based on that one, now there is a full cooperation every May for scheduling and getting programs going and more efficient. Calabasas has been very successful. To promote the program, I recall having a red bus to get people's attention, and I realized my audience are teenagers before they get their driver license, the parents that they had to go and take their kids to the beach, come back home, then go back, pick them up. That's almost 4 trips. So when you know your audience, you can customize your program based on that one. So right now, the program, we are trying to utilize the largest possible bus with Durham, and to make the program efficient, we realized midweek the ridership was really low, so the program is converted to Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday beach bus program.
And the beach bus is going where?
Well, we go to Zuma Beach, and we try to have the pickup spots or drop-off in the city that is convenience for our resident, but it's a public transit. Everybody's welcome. They can use the program. Pretty much the bus starts from Calabasas High School, and we have an agreement that people can park and utilize the bus. Then the bus comes to 10 Cent Swim Center. From 10 Cent Swim Center, we try to cover Miro Road and go back to Old City Hall area and go to Los Virgenes Dianzo Park as a last pickup place and go straight to the beach. At the same time, we don't want to create a big route that first person picks up being in the bus and gets bored. So we are adjusting that program.
Only $1.
Yes, it was only $1, but this year we are rethinking that, and not only for the cost efficiency, also for safety issue, we are recommending a summer beach bus pass for our ridership of our residents.
So would you get a choice of either or then? Is that the plan? Or are you more interested in getting people on a pass system?
You brought a very good point. It will be open. If a child shows up and doesn't have a pass, we don't leave anybody behind in city. Mm-hmm. But with the pass, there is a better organized and control. If I know I'm selling 300 passes and I may need more buses, we have agreement with the bus program that on demand need, I have to have additional bus awaiting. So it will be better programming and more efficient program for our residents.
So it's a public bus though, so anybody can use it.
That is correct. But since I'm spending Calabasas funds, we are trying to more organize it to cater our residents.
Mm-hmm. But then the nearby programs, you're also promoting the county program and the Agora Hills program as well.
Very good point. Yes, we are trying to bring the awareness. So in case if you have certain issues or you have other programs, but your child needs to go bus and there is another bus available through Topanga Canyon or Canaan, we promote or we help each other to promote bigger program to reduce the traffic in entire canyons in the region rather than only Calabasas, and that's more effective.
So we calculated the round trip route is maybe 30, 35 miles, and if parents are going from Calabasas to Zuma, dropping off, coming back, and picking up later in the day, you're talking 70 miles, and roughly you're talking probably 4 or 5 gallons of gas, which is maybe $20 or something like that. This is still really the best deal in the city, isn't it?
I like what you're saying. That's economic 101. It just makes sense. And based on that, and also the bus program, the kids have more fun sitting together. I personally have observed it, monitored it. This is almost 18 years I'm looking at this program, and it's definitely cost effective, safe. I can comfortably share it with you. Some parents even call me, Robert, my kid is still in Zuma. You think you have another bus to pick him up, or he missed the bus, or this and that. So it's that comfort level in our community, and I'm very pleased to have that.
And you mentioned safety and things. You said from time to time you have law enforcement sheriff deputies ride the bus too. Why?
Correct. Well, as we talked about, this is open to all. Anybody can get on the bus. And the bus drivers are trained to immediately notify us if there is unwanted conditions. And also, sheriff is on call, and also we have juvenile officers that randomly, they ride the bus just for the safety of our children, safety of the beach. We even had officers walk around the beach, come back with the same bus to see what's going on. As much as I want to say we have a safe-proof community, but also that extra set of eyes and random policing, it brings more success and more comfort zone to our parents.
And why Zuma?
It's a popular place. We have actually asked kids, they want to just drop off at, let's say, Pepperdine area or other. 90% they want to go to Zuma. More attraction, better spot, and that is the success.
And they can get something to eat there, and there's plenty of lifeguard towers too.
Exactly. The safety of the beach, the food, and also they work with us for the bus to have a turnaround, pickup place, and sometimes even they help us, they make announcement, Calabasas bus is leaving, so the kids rush to the bus and come back home.
This isn't a moneymaker for the city though, is it?
No, definitely is not. We are fortunate that we get Prop A and C to LA County, and I do year-round public transit program for City of Calabasas. So Beach Bus program is one of my favorite because I know it's very effective. We have a lot of support from parents, so that's a part of our program. And actually, this program will be presented to Traffic Transportation Commission. We're going to have public hearing. We're going to take it to council. Council is fully supporting our public transit programs, and this is one of their favorites. So this year, we are hoping to make it even more organized with the Summer Pass program and take it from there.
So tell me a little bit about, you monitor traffic here in City Hall. What type of impact do you think this program has on the general traffic here in the city and on Las Virgenes Road as we look at this? I mean, that's Las Virgenes Road. It's empty now.
Correct. Actually, as you can see in the general map, we have strategically located the cameras that we can zoom and look at stops. So not only on Canyon and intersection of 101, we can see what's going on. The benefit of Beach Bus program is each ride of the Beach Bus that's been equal to 50 vehicles. That if you didn't have the program, it will be extra 50 vehicles in there. But at the same time, just the monitoring and observing it, we have seen the difference during summertime of peak hour traffic, especially when some people really need to get to work. We try to work with them and adjust our schedule.
And what's been the general feeling of the parents to this program? You get the calls, right?
Yes. Well, being in the city for 18 years, they know me by first name basis. And sometimes they even call and ask for the program, is it safe or not? We had success, nothing but success, nothing but good news. Even kids leave their towels or boogie board or a lunchbox in the bus, we keep it for them and they come and pick it up. We don't want to do that. We want to keep on emphasizing this is public transit program, but our residents are definitely used to getting the service. They call me, as I shared with you. Even on the last call, I had situation that I had to send another bus or smaller bus to pick up the rest of the kids that they just didn't make the bus.
Let's get to that. That's the last question for you. You play a little bit of dad with this program, don't you? And I think you mentioned the biggest problem with the program is kids wanting to stay till the last bus leaves, right?
That is correct, and that creates that problem of how I'm going to schedule all of this stuff. So we are trying to let the kids know that the last bus should not be the last bus to pick up. They should pick the one before last. Because a lot of time I cannot send a backup bus. And what happened, they got to call their parents. And a lot of parents end up going to the beach, pick up their kids. We do our best. But it's good to know that most of the children, that they're teenagers, they do listen and they take the one before last. But you have that exceptional group of people that they will wait till last second. And we are doing our best. So far, I'm very pleased to say that we didn't have any major issue or problem.
Right.
We have a typical problems that we've been resolving it. We are proactive. We don't want to be a reactive public transit agency. Calabasas has been always proactive. So we look ahead. What problem will be there? We're trying to solve it or look into it before the problem becomes a problem.
So Ryan, that wasn't a bad ride, and for $1, this is what you get.
Exactly, and we got to go through probably one of the best canyons in all of Southern California.
And so where does the bus drop us off? Where are we right now?
We are at Zuma Beach Tower 7. It was a big surfer spot in the 80s, and it's just kind of continued to be a very popular area for people to go.
Lots of lifeguard towers here. There's a food court here. There's showers and bathrooms. I mean, was there a strategic plan to try to provide this for all the kids coming in?
That was in it. Because it was such a popular area with all of the amenities, it just naturally aligned. So we just made sure we aimed for this tower.
And what do you think of this spot personally?
I love it. It's great waves. It's nice. It's pleasant views. If it was a little warmer, I'd probably go try to hop in the ocean.
That's the interesting part. When we left Calabasas, so about less than an hour ago, it was about 90 degrees already. Probably 93, 94. We're down here and we're at about 71, 72 degrees.
Exactly.
So it's free air conditioning. On top of the $1 bus ride, you get a free air conditioner. too.
Exactly. For a few hours every day.
And so once the kids are down here, they're pretty much on their own, right? Is that how it works?
The beach bus program gets them here, takes them back. Once they're here, they're on their own. There are lifeguards here during the summer, and they need to be responsible and be safe.
And what do you recommend at the end of the day? Because you said your last bus leaves here at what time?
It leaves at around 6:10. I would recommend try to catch the one before that, just in case if you're running late or if it's full. We're not going to leave people behind, but it becomes easier if you catch earlier.
And it's still really remarkable that this program's been around so long and so successful. This year you talked about planning on putting some sort of bus pass together.
That just makes it simpler for everyone. Generally with a pass, you end up saving a little bit of money, but then you don't have to fumble around to make sure that you have $1 to get there and $1 to get back. You just got a small pass, and they don't get wet and fall apart when you go in the water.
And it also provides a little bit of accountability for the driver too, to kind of learn the kids' names and things. Is that part of the plan?
That's part of it, and if they recognize a number and a face, or a pass and a face, it also helps if a driver, at the end of the day goes, yeah, you know what, I never saw that kid get back on. We can start investigating if anybody's been around.
And again, as we talked about earlier with gas prices going up, is there a better deal in town that you can think of to get to the beach?
There is not a better deal in town.
All right, we're here with Captain Chuck Moore of the LA County Lifeguards.
Right.
And we're out here on a beautiful day here. You do all the permits, I understand, for all these beach buses. What do you think of that program?
All of us down here at Zuma Beach, we appreciate that program a lot because it gives the kids a safe way to get to and from the beach. We don't have to worry about them driving back and forth over the canyon roads.
And so what do you tell these kids? A lot of them are 14, 15, 16 years old, and parents may have some concerns about putting them on the bus. What do you guys do here to keep an eye on them and everybody else?
Nothing different than we do with anybody else. If they come here to the beach, they're going to be safe. If they're near an open lifeguard tower, they're going to be safe. I would encourage everyone to ride over with a buddy so they're not coming by themselves. So come over with somebody, go back home with somebody.
simple beach safety tips for kids, teenagers when they get out here? What do you tell them? What should they watch for in the water, and etc.?
This is a very dangerous beach here at Zuma as far as the water, and so we staff it vigorously with lifeguards that are watchful and vigilant and very professional. So if there's any questions the kids have, they need to go and talk to the lifeguards, say, hey, where's it safe? And if they're in a place that's not safe, the lifeguards will move them to a place that is safe.
Things such as undertow, I know you put up the flags and the warnings and things like that, but what's the
Right.
best swim safety techniques or things you can tell kids if they get in trouble out here?
Well, any current that you have is going to pull away from the beach. And so if you swim sideways, you can swim outside the current and then come back into shallower water. But one of the best safety tips is if you're not a great ocean swimmer, just stay shallow. Stay knee deep, waist deep water, and cool off and have a good time that way.
It's a lot nicer down here than it is in Calabasas right now.
I hear it's hot over the hill.
Like mid-90s now, and we're at what, 70 or something?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
it's about 65, 70. We got a nice west wind. Water's cold right now. It's still 60 degrees, but it'll be warm by summertime.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of City Spotlight. We hope you've enjoyed the program. More importantly, if you're looking to cool off this summer and send the kids off to the beach, why not try the Calabasas Beach Bus? It drops you right here at Zuma Beach, and it's only $1. For more information on the beach bus schedule, you can always log on to our website, cityofcalabasas.com. I'm Pablo Pereira. Thanks for joining us. I'm now getting back on the bus and heading off to the heat of Calabasas.